Start Recording. Recording läuft. Schauen wir mal, wie weit wir kommen. Also ich will zumindest mal bis 10:30 machen, denke ich mir. Und dann um 10:30 können wir ja mal schauen, wie viel noch vor uns ist. So, zur Erinnerung. Wir sind jetzt auf diesem Pfad und suchen. Also wir hatten erst dieses komische, wo wir Betray gegen Phi wählen mussten, um dann bei aRdW weiterzukommen. Und jetzt haben wir sie aufgehalten. Und jetzt suchen wir nach der Bombe, die noch fehlt. Es fehlt ja noch eine Bombe, die wir noch gar nicht gefunden haben. Und dann wollte Phi nebenbei halt auch noch was erzählen, was unsere Fähigkeiten angeht. I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Well, kind of. I think I've heard of it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips? Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she'd asked. Scratch head, cross arms, put hands on hips, applaud, cheer, blow a kiss, tap dance, moonwalk, blow a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Go feelings, touch her hard. She dodged them, that's cold.
You did something gross just now, didn't you? But you could have chosen to tap dance or moonwalk.
Tap dance? Moonwalk?
The details don't matter. Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world, a world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things anyway? That's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision at that level? How different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
No, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
This one? Sure. I handed the box I'd been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them in next to the lion.
Alright, everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrödingers cat?
Na, endlich kommt das mal zur Sprache.
It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry, I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh, maybe I can just ignore it.
For what's it's worth, I'm sorry.
Alright, what else do you see?
Wait, that's not even a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material.
Okay.
And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas.
Okay.
So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poisonous gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
Das war jetzt nicht unbedingt nötig, aber okay.
If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
Breaks. Gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisker it away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
It's alive. The cat is, pause for dramatic effect. Alive.
Nope, you're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities,
then it's both alive and dead.
Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrödinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat is dead, then It's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose betray, what was my vote?
Ally?
But what happened this time?
I chose ally and you chose betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose betray, if you chose ally, then my vote was betray.
If you chose betray, my vote was ally. Und andersrum.
But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I had chosen ally, Alice had chosen betray. And when I had chosen betray, she had done the opposite.
Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
6. It's probably 6.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid.
Huh.
Good job. You got it right.
Oh, that was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
6, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa, I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrödinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You're not kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrödinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right now.
What if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good! There you are! Did something happen?
Yes! We found it!
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
Uh-oh. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Huh. Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmi, OG, and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course, although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where did they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same, still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Vi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, and Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. Option A, Vi and Tenmyoji would pair with me. Kay and Dio would pair with Quark. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Oh. Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with a remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Uh-huh. Right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350.
There really is that much. And if it does explode...
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Oops. No, that's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
Know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was a job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Oh, damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago. Ach so, die wollen sich ja treffen.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey, you haven't... Ah, damn it. Ist jetzt wieder Dio-Time. And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know. We need to get
Hold
going.
on. I need to check something really quick.
What? What? We're already late. Alle werden wütend sein. Na gut.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Making out. I mean, nothing. When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Or still sleeping. Cork and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, any traces of the madness we had seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a sec. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket. Das Ding haben wir doch im Safe
That was in the
gefunden.
safe in the control room.
Genau, danke Luna. Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything though. We plugged in a couple random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
Or maybe you set the bombs.
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs?
Ja, als ob das jetzt einfach Dio so sagen würde. Ach ja, ich war's.
Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us.
Yes, once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes,
But
no buts. If you refuse,
Ja, das hatten
do
wir schon
what I
mal.
say and you'll be fine, assuming you are. Understand. No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? No? Alright. Let's see.
Kommt Sigmar jetzt wieder mit seinem, ich weiß schon. Falls ihr euch noch erinnert, er hat ja letztes Mal direkt den Geistesblitz bekommen. Wait.
Huh?
Ja. You only need to search one person.
What?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person... Ja, das wäre wieder ein Lock gewesen, wenn man das noch nicht gehabt hätte. Objection! That person is you, Dio. Es ist Quark. Kann ich jetzt wieder skippen? Ja, kann ich. Gut. Dim. Das ist wieder dasselbe. Tenyoji verprügelt ihn, wodurch der Timer aktiviert wird.
What, hoping I might spill the beans? Nice try.
Nur auf diesem Pfad verrät er kein Passwort mehr. Warum? Der Unterschied liegt wahrscheinlich darin, dass wir hier das Gerät haben. Auf dem anderen Pfad, wo er uns Passwörter verraten hat, hatten wir ja kein Deaktivierungsgerät, deswegen war ihm das scheißegal, ob er uns ein Passwort verrät. Jetzt, wo wir das Gerät haben, will er natürlich gar nichts mehr sagen.
Unless one of you is secretly a medium, I think you're shit out of luck.
Aber wir müssten alle haben.
Wait, a medium?
Ach ja, und erinnert euch daran, wir haben 4 Bombenpasswörter bekommen. Und am einen Ende, wo wir mit Dio und Fi abgehauen sind und Fi auf einmal sich geändert hat, wo wir jetzt wissen, dass es offenbar daran lag, dass sie aus einer anderen Welt in sich selbst gesprungen ist, haben wir das Bombe Nummer 0 Passwort bekommen.
Well, I'm out. Peace.
Wait, stop! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it into the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arms pinned. Ah ja, das ist auch wieder das. Er will die Pille, die ihn umbringen würde, nehmen. Also haben sie ihn betäubt. Er redet schon, wenn Kay auf seinen Knochenklavier spielt. How much time also die Bomben sind jetzt aktiviert, ne? Nur mal so nebenbei. Mal wieder. How much time do we have left?
25 minutes or so, I believe.
Uh-oh.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in the password and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have a note or anything with the codes on it.
Huh. Well, only one option left then.
Yeah, and that is?
Intuition. We trust our hunches.
Are you suggesting we just guess?
Do you have a better idea?
Well, no, but
Wait, there's another way.
What is it?
Before I can tell you, everyone has to promise to do exactly as I say. No questions. What's your answer?
We all nodded.
Good. First of all, Sigma, you're coming with me.
Right.
The rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
Huh?
Why?
Didn't I say no questions? Good. That's it. We're done.
that's it?
Is there a problem? I seem to recall you promised to do exactly what I told you to do. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Okay. Fight turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Take care of these guys, okay? We'll see you back on floor B before you know it. So, just trust us, alright? Good. I couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Fi. Gehen wir jetzt zur ersten Bombe. 01 war in den Crew Quarters, ne? Wie ist es mit der Stimme im Moment? Wie gesagt, ich habe neulich was anderes aufgenommen und da viel zu sehr an den Mikrofoneinstellungen rumgespielt. Deswegen weiß ich jetzt nicht, ob es zu laut oder zu leise ist. Oder übersteuert oder abschneidet oder sonst irgendwas. Okay. Cool. So what do we do?
Get the input device ready.
Alright, done. Oh, perfekt sogar. All hooked up and everything.
How many minutes do we have left?
Well, we'll go off when the doors open, so... Dankeschön. Ich hatte gerade das Gefühl, dass es irgendwie übersteuert, aber ich glaube, das liegt dann an den Kopfhörern. 21 minutes.
That means we have 7 minutes per bomb.
Oh, Fi. Das wäre korrekt, wenn wir 3 Bomben hätten.
That includes travel time, though.
Bomb number 2 is in the control room on floor B. And bomb number 1 is also on floor B with the garden. Ach, das hier war Nummer 3. Das war nur die erste, die wir gefunden haben. So, we just need to hurry, right?
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? I mean, you do have some sort of plan, right?
Well, it's not like I don't have one.
Then stop being so mysterious and tell me. What the hell am I supposed to do?
You need to make a jump.
Jump?
Yeah, to another world. Another history.
I can't...
You didn't just guess that Dio set the bombs, did you? You knew it. Because you remembered it happening in another history, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but that's... I mean...
You just have to do that again.
So you're saying I need to go to another history and get the password out of Dio somehow?
Doesn't have to be another one. It could be this one. Just go back to the past and question him. Then again, if you do that, you might end up changing things so you don't end up here. That would mean you couldn't deactivate the bombs in this history. So you have to come back to this exact moment or...
Damn it. This is so confusing.
Well, don't think about it then. We don't have time anyway. Just jump.
Okay. I get it. See you later then. Are you insane? You're talking about transporting myself across space and time. Also, why should I have to do everything? Can't you jump too?
My jumps happen suddenly, out of the blue. I can't control them.
Neither can I.
That's a problem.
Doch, kannst du, Sigma. Durch uns.
Alright, consider this. Maybe we've already jumped from another history to this one, but our memories of that history got damaged or something. We forgot most of what happened in that other timeline. If we can remember even a little bit, though. Anyway, it's just a hypothesis.
Are you saying I might know it already? And I just have to try and remember it?
Yeah, I feel like we know. So, anything? We need the bomb password. Do you remember hearing it in another timeline?
I stare down at the input device. Und das finde ich halt irgendwie echt cool, dass im Grunde der Mechanismus, wie die ganze Story aufgebaut ist, mit in die Story integriert ist. Ich könnte jetzt, wenn ich das Passwort nicht hätte, tatsächlich genau das machen, storytechnisch, was sie gerade von mir verlangt hat. Ich könnte jetzt einen Jump machen an die Stellen, wo das Passwort steht, mir das notieren und dann wieder zurück hierhin jumpen und hätte theoretisch sogar nicht außerhalb des Spiels, sondern innerhalb der Story was gemacht, weil es im Grunde ja zur Story gehört. Aber ich werde das jetzt einfach direkt auf dem Handy nachgucken, damit ich jetzt nicht nochmal ewig hin und her springen muss. Es sei denn, irgendjemand hat sich im Laufe des Spielens das schon notiert. Irgendjemand? Password. The bomb password. Actually, I did remember it. I had heard it. Das war Nummer 3, ne? So. Bitte die. Hallo. Genau, ich wollte unbedingt Werbung anklicken. Sobald die Werbung hier mal weg ist. Das erste Passwort ist Dio is great. Ah, geht doch, da. Also das ist Bombe Nummer 3. L X Q L H C N M L. Bitte sehr.
Good job. It worked.
I sighed and wiped what felt like a bucket's worth of sweat from my forehead.
So, you knew the password after all. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I did.
You heard it in another history?
Yeah.
Just what happened in that other timeline?
Ach, das war das.
Never mind. We don't have time for that.
Willst auch nicht wissen.
How much longer?
Oh, okay, 18 minutes.
Good. We've still got time. Come on, let's go. We've still got 2 more. The number 2 bomb is next on the list.
So we're heading to the control room.
Right. No time to waste. Oh, and don't forget the input device.
Ja, das wäre saublöd, wenn das jetzt liegen lässt. And then she was gone. I hurriedly disconnected the device from the bomb and chased after her. Die Bombenpasswörter sind... Nein, nicht Dio Forever. Die Bombenpasswörter sind sogar im Japanischen anders als im Englischen, weil die auch noch irgendeinen Code Also irgendein Geheimnis hatte der Director mal gesagt, würde sich in den Bombenpasswörtern verstecken. Nichts wirklich Wichtiges, glaube ich, nur so eine Spielerei. Und damit das halt auch in der Übersetzung funktioniert, mussten sie dann andere Buchstaben bekommen.
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Hook it up.
Right. Done.
Okay. Hurry it up. Plug in the password.
Done. Was? Hey, what the hell?
Calm down. You probably just typed it in wrong.
No way. I'm sure I did it right.
Try it again.
Komm schon, Sigma. Yeah, nothing. That password is no good.
Then it's different.
Ach so, hat dasselbe wie vorhin eingegeben.
All 3 bombs use different passwords.
Yeah, looks like it. Stimmt, woher sollten sie
Shit.
was anderes annehmen? Fei slammed her foot against the locker, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
This is bad. What the hell are we gonna do? Try and remember it. Did you see or hear anything in another history that could be a password? A different password?
You mean like a different history from the other one I remembered?
Yeah, you figured it out there. You just can't remember it very well right now. Remember what happened with the last bomb. This one is just like that.
Okay. Another history. Another history. The password. Do I know what it is? Can I remember it? I have to. Und es ist EQD DYRNDK. Ha. Dio is king.
Damn, this is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Don't scare me like that, alright?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember it at first, and it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted down.
Whatever. The point is, we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
You sure don't sound very amazed.
Okay, that just leaves us with the last bomb. It's
It's in the garden.
right. Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
Yeah, you make it sound so easy.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's go!
She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and headed off after her.
Finally. How many minutes left?
Last one. Oh god, less than 10.
It's okay. We can still make it. Just stay calm, alright? You have the input device?
Yeah. There we go, connected.
Okay, go. We've
Go.
done this twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
You want me to remember another password, right?
Exactly. What else would I be talking about?
But
Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. 3rd time's the charm, right?
that's not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not gonna strike twice or thrice in this case, I guess.
No, I think mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the 1st and 2nd times aren't charmed too.
I guess so.
Whatever. Just do it. You're the only person who can.
What about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things as well as you, alright? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I'm counting on you.
The password. The password. The password. Remember, Sigma. Come on, lightning can't strike twice or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before. You did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Come on, Sigma, you can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. Or pull up your cell phone. Yeah, suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch. That feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just going to melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. Well, do I have some news for you? Isn't this great? 5? Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you just like you promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine really, but... Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wished there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really...
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
What?
I remembered something too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly I remembered it too. I had heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No. No way.
Looks like you remember it too.
Ja, aber er hat nie gesagt, wo die Bombe ist.
How much time do we have?
Shit. We've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up! We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Right. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after. What are you just standing there for? Go, show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is? You have got to be kidding me!
How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit, you don't know? She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where that damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important.
Right.
Hide. If I was Dio, where would I hide? Ich glaube, wenn man das Luna-Ende nicht gehabt hätte, wäre das jetzt noch ein Lock gewesen.
Sigma, wait! Where are you going?
Don't follow me. Go find the others.
Idiot! Do you really think I'd do that?
I could hear her following me, but there was no time to argue. Instead, I focused on my goal. There was still time. Na, wo geht's jetzt hin? be between these AB rooms. Good. I was right. How much time do we have left?
About a minute.
Shit.
Hurry!
I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Okay, the input device was plugged in. I was ready to go. Now I just had to enter the password. But what was the password? I couldn't shake the feeling that I had already used up my third time charm. Still, I had to try. I shook my head and concentrated. Ta-da! Nein, nicht das. It stopped.
Yeah.
Fine, I crumpled to the ground. The adrenaline that had sustained us suddenly gone.
How did you know it was here? Did you see it in another history?
It's hard to explain, weil in den anderen zwei Pfaden hat Dio ja hier das Messer versteckt. The short version is that Dio hid something here in another timeline. You know, I guess maybe he'd put the bomb here too.
Pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Well, you did it, so... thanks.
Oh, I don't need any thanks. Just
what?
about that swimsuit you brought?
What? What on earth are you talking about?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
This is bad. The white doors have opened. We need to hurry. Everyone else is waiting for us in the Floor B warehouse.
What about the swimsuit?
What the hell are you going on about? Just go!
Before I could protest, she turned and ran toward the magenta door. I sighed and headed off after her.